We actually have another really fun question from Sarah Bowie, this one for Megan Wiggins from Twitter. As a great home run hitter, do you feel you hit more homers, I like that better, against Japanese pitchers or American pitchers?
Well, statistically wise, it would be American pitchers. I wish I hit more off Japanese pitchers, but Monica mentioned it earlier. We don't play as many games. During our professional league here, we play roughly around 45, something, somewhere around there. So we only play like 24 games in a Japanese league. So the opportunity to hit as many home runs, is not there. But I definitely hit more off American pitchers. I think it's more because I'm used to them. I know them. I know, tendencies here, tendencies there, and speed-wise, I think it has a lot to do with it as well. Because over there, generally, they have slower pitching, and they can locate them on a dime. Great changeup, all of the above. But I definitely hit more off American pitchers.
Well, Sarah Bowie, you're actually going to be our first giveaway winner. You're going to win the shirt from Boomba. So thanks again, Sarah, for your question. And in fact, Sarah, I believe, asked another question. Monica, what was the biggest culture shock you faced when you went to play in Japan?
I think this would be an interesting question for everyone, but probably, I think, obviously the language is the biggest thing, but culture shock. Okay, I'll just tell this story in a game. One time we were playing in this game. It was championship game of one of the tournaments we were playing in, and there was a runner. Runners on first and second base, and our interpreter comes out, and we're having a little meeting, and she's always really good at interpreting. But at this point, she comes out, and our coach starts talking in the circle, and deciding what we're going to do. Do we want to get the lead runner? Do we want to just get an out? What's the plan here? And she goes, throw the ball to the higher base. And for a moment, me and Tasha just looked at each other wide-eyed. The higher base, the base above the other base, the higher base. What does that even mean? Obviously, she was saying, go and get the lead out. But at that point, tensions are rise. You're really stressed out because you're in a tight situation. You're not thinking about the obvious. You're the higher base? What's the higher base? I've never even heard of the higher base. So I think those are probably the funniest and sometimes the hardest things to get used to when you're first over there, the language.
I was just going to say, when you play, they have cheerleaders. And everybody has their own cheerleader, the big drum. Toyota Shoki, who Michelle Smith played for, and Kehlani plays there now. They actually have cheerleaders with pom-poms, but they have organized cheers, and it is so loud on the field. I had to get used to that. It's literally like being in the middle of a beehive. It's just so much noise, and there's organized cheers, and they do not stop for 3 hours. Just nobody stops. It's insane.
You know what I loved about the cheerleaders? Jordan, is I don't know, I think your team too, but we have male cheerleaders. Normally.
Oh yeah.
It's always girls. In American style, it's girls, in skirts and stuff. But in Japan, it's men cheerleaders, and it's awesome because males are cheering on the female athletes.
They have all these hand signals. They're very, I don't even know how to describe. It's a trip when you first get there.